If you keep tolerating toxicity, don't be surprised when your life keeps bleeding from it. Let's get one thing straight. You're responsible for the relationships that you allow into your life. Not your mom, not your dad, not your wife, not your pastor, you. That means the people who drain you, who manipulate you, who shame you, who twist your words, they're in your life because you've allowed them to stay. Now, I'm not talking about perfection because we're all broken in some way, even me. But there is a difference between someone who's healing and someone who's comfortable keeping you hostage to their chaos. You can't keep saying things like,
they don't mean it,
or
they had a hard childhood,
or
if I just love them harder, they'll change.
No, brother. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is walk out of the dysfunction that you've been enabling. Because, let's be honest, you've been tolerating disrespect and calling it loyalty. You've been absorbing emotional abuse and calling it strength. You've been walking on eggshells and calling it peacekeeping. But that's not strength, that's self-betrayal. You teach people how to treat you, and every time you tolerate the unacceptable, you reinforce it. Every time you stay silent to keep the peace, you lose a little bit more of your own. Every time you let somebody violate your values without consequence, you become complicit in your own erosion. And here's the deeper truth, brother. Tolerating toxic behavior usually means something inside of you believes that you deserve it. And until you address that, you'll keep creating the same patterns with different faces. So what do? Well, you have to get real about your own standard. You have to define what's no longer acceptable in your life, and you have to stop negotiating with dysfunction. I encourage you to lead your life like someone who finally remembers his worth. And if you need help doing that, which you probably do, reach out to us about the Total Breakthrough Academy. We help guys rebuild their identity, establish real boundaries, step out of cycles they didn't even know that they were stuck in. And brother, look, you're not obligated to keep bleeding from people who refuse to stop cutting you. Lead yourself out of it. You're not a victim of your relationships. You're the architect of what you allow.